Feels aggressive.
Incoming bottle. Revenge.
What is up, YouTube? Oh, that fell right on his truck. Son of a bitch. It's a dangerous world here in Florida. Palm trees destroying cars. Ooh. That's no bueno.
I heard that too.
Everything's fine. Yeah, we're going to look at something very exciting. Show you this when we get there. Can't believe we're doing this already, but we're rolling in fucking Dom's black magic Rolls Royce, so I'm really scared to eat in there. So we're gonna get going because we're late. So we'll see you later.
Well, that's okay.
There's nothing
Hey,
private
Brad.
between me and Brad. Matt's here too. We got the whole crew in the car.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Sure. We have a, just give you an idea, it's 168,000 feet. We have a lease out for this chunk of it, so we've got about 110 left.
Okay.
So you can take really any increment you want. I think the smallest we can really do. Okay. So you would need like 100,000 feet plus?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about timing?
I mean, when is this supposed to be done?
So there's a construction schedule here. It really depends on, it depends on what kind of tenant improvements you require, like how much office space you need.
I don't really need much office space at all.
Okay, but you need air conditioning in the warehouse for sure?
Yeah.
You can't do just big ass fans or dehumidify?
No.
Okay, and what temperature, constant temperature do you think?
I mean, where is it? We're sitting like between like 75 and 76 right now.
Okay.
Just because there's certain products in our powders, especially our pre-workout, that if it gets too humid, it actually clumps.
So the entire premises, or can you limit it to one section?
No, it would have to be the whole
Okay,
thing.
okay. Great. Yeah, so this park itself, I don't know what specific questions you have, but we have this 520 under construction. FedEx, we just did Amazon. I don't know if you guys distribute Amazon. This is 53 acres that we signed with Amazon. And then Cheney Brothers, their food service, and then we have a 1 million square footer that we're putting right here.
Okay.
So, I mean, the park's gonna be awesome when it's done.
You know, doing burnouts all the time and
I believe it.
yeah.
It's for your gym?
Yeah, this is gonna be my gym. We're building a 100,000 square foot bum fitness facility. Just kidding, absolutely not. This is private. No one else is allowed in but me. Every piece of equipment, 10 of them, only for me. But no, this is potentially a new home for Raw and Revive. So very excited, and some other exciting projects we have coming soon because we're growing very fast. So pretty crazy. I can't believe we're fucking looking at numbers, stuff this big, this fast. So having a lot of fun, and we're going over there now to check it out. So see what it looks like.
Here we are. So the front part is gone, so you got the whole.
So this part's gone.
Yeah, behind it was scary.
So I kind of read you're basically, you need it immediately, right?
No, I don't. I mean, I think we're okay. Like, you know, we're busting at the seams for sure.
Because this one's already immediately. I don't know if you saw this.
Yeah.
So that one's ready immediately.
It's all broken up, and I don't think
It's
it's
pretty broken up, yeah. But there's 50,000 feet of really nice,
Oh, I've seen this. This is for sale.
that's for lease.
Or sale. It was for
Somebody just
sale.
bought it.
That would have been cool to do like a headquarters with like a gym and shit in it, but
Yeah,
I need warehouse.
regular distribution.
Yeah. Okay.
This is it.
Well, yeah, you know, you don't want to go in there anyway, but you'll see it if you come around here. It's going to go up fast.
Yeah. So ideally, it's just going to be split up between like wholesale distribution, so business to business,
Okay.
and then there'll be direct to consumer out of here too. So we'll be shipping small packages as well as vitamin chocolate pickup truckloads at a time.
So does FedEx and Amazon being next door help?
Yeah.
Okay,
FedEx
cool.
is we use UPS.
Yeah,
FedEx
UPS.
We use UPS.
What? Who? Whose Audi is this?
Sure.
The palm tree fell on it.
It fell in the truck, I thought.
Yeah. No, it fell in the car on the back of the car. It was like hanging over both.
I told you he does that.
Where's your Bronco?
I told you.
David suggested to me, made in Japan. It holds 5 cups of raw rice, and then you put it on your counter. It's like one your mom has, or it stays hot in the rice cooker.
Yeah, the Asian
like it's intense, like air sealed, like super intense, and it stays hot 24/7, like keep warm, and that keeps the rice from drying out surprisingly, and it's warm, ready to go whenever. You can sit it out for like 3 days, and I just click it open, dump my rice in, it's hot, ready to go, and eat.
Like, you know,
It's so convenient.
it stays good.
It's good. Yeah. If rice is over a certain temperature, it stays good. That's how all in Japan, like,
But hasn't
it's
that
not
overcooked?
Japanese. But in Thai, everywhere, like they store it like hot in rice cooker
It hasn't that overcooked over time.
because it's warm, not cooked.
Oh.
It's like a keep warm setting.
So it cooks it first and then keeps it
Yeah, but like it's like having ready to go rice all the time.
for 3 days. I can cook with that.
David said he does it for 4 days, or 5 days, but I wouldn't trust that. 5-day-old rice is a little. It counts the hours that it's been sitting in there.
Really?
Yeah.
How much was it? I don't know.
$200 bucks.
Not bad.
Considering the amount of money I was spending on fucking packs of rice, and I felt like I was getting cancer microwaving plastic for 3 minutes.
Did you know that we as humans consume enough microplastics to create 1 credit card a day?
About the week, I thought.
I thought it was a day.
Did it today? Well, I'm eating out of glass Tupperware. I cut out my microwavable rice, not even warm. That's my one downfall right now is the bottle. Other than that, I'm pretty good at cutting plastic out of my life. Trying to live forever.
Glass shakers?
Glass shakers. We're not coming out with stainless steel hydro jugs. So, the closest thing. What is up, YouTube? Had a nice look at the warehouse. Looked awesome. Potential for the future. Nothing locked in yet. But this video is going to be a Q&A. I posted on my story 2 days ago, asking you guys for questions, and I just kind of screen recorded a lot of it, sent it to Calvin, had him pick out the questions so they different from stuff I would normally pick out because sometimes I'm like, oh, that's boring, I don't want to answer that. So he picked them out. He's gonna be asking me questions, and that's gonna be the theme of this video. So we're gonna go throughout the day answering questions. Calvin?
What is your favorite TV show or series? I guess as of right now.
As of right now,
Yeah.
I just started watching Power, which is a great show. I thought 50 Cent was in it. He's not, but still a really good show. But my favorite overall show is probably fucking Naruto because it's just a timeless classic.
When are you dropping more merch?
First week of June, I think. Hopefully, that's soon. Second week of June, maybe, just to be safe. But sometime in June, we're working on it now.
What is a workout you do but hate?
Nothing. All of it at the same time. Both and none of it. Like days I would love hate all the time. I hate going in, but it feels good after. So, I guess legs.
What are your thoughts on Jeff Nippard's response to sumo deadlift?
I think he's full of shit. He just knows deadlift is cheating and he won't admit it to himself, so he uses science to back himself up.
Would we see Bum in a movie? Actor?
Actor?
In quotations?
Better hope not, because I'm a miserable actor. I can't remember lines. I can barely talk. I have a list. I would get awkward and nervous, so it would be a horrible movie. But if the opportunity presents itself, I probably would not say no. So,
What's your work life balance look like for you?
Work-life balance?
Yeah.
Work more, life less. I work majority of the week, work out every 5 times a week, and then balances on the weekends. I like to do stuff with Courtney or with friends and chill. But a lot of my weekends are also traveling for work, essentially. But my work is fun, so it's hard to answer that question when most of my work is also fun.
What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I feel like I hadn't answered this recently. I hate picking favorites because it changes with time. Forrest Gump is a timeless classic. For some reason it always comes to my head. And I really liked all the Harry Potters. These are all stuff I haven't watched in years, but they've stuck with me over time.
Do you ever miss your old life before becoming professional daddy?
Professional daddy? There's a lot of responsibility having so many children, but I'm grateful for it every day and I wouldn't change it for the world. So, no. Oh yeah, I gotta finish my meal because it's gonna take forever to eat. I'll see you guys later for some more questions.
It's based off you. It's based off the age. It's based off the age.
There were no specifics, but
For Michael?
which I think probably came from Matt and Dom.
Hi, I'm Chris Bumpset, and I like fiber.
Done.
Just send him that.
Done. Let's make one as a joke, and I'll give it to him. Like, this is what we came up with.
Just try it. Just enlighten me.
Just for
Let's just see
fun.
what the ROI is.
Actually, it might. Who knows? It might do well.
Bitches brew?
Bitches brew? Is that what it says? Oh, it does say bitches brew. It's inappropriate. From the ground up. Wow. Should we sue them?
Wait, where?
We were at first.
No way.
It's toxic.
Would you rather be tall and shredded, or be a small and be a small wedge?
Or be small and wedge? What the fuck does that mean? What's a wedge?
Like, would you rather be a short, stumpy, muscular guy?
Or tall and skinny? Or
Yeah.
tall and shredded? Obviously, who doesn't want to be tall and shredded? This is a horrible question.
Wait, I don't know what wedge means.
Yeah, but what, would you rather be short and stumpy or tall and shredded?
I don't know, if I'm fucking super strong. Different.
Yeah, I'm a bodybuilder.
I'm kind of
I'd
short
rather look
already.
good.
Someone of considerable physical stature. This person must have great muscle mass as opposed to body fat content. That's what wedge means.
So like a power lifter.
Yeah.
Wedge. Absolute wedge, mate. Sounds British. I'd rather be tall and skinny.
Solo lifts or bro lifts?
Mixture of both, because life is about balance. I like my days often when I'm alone, headphones on, no one bothering me, but I also like days where someone's gonna push me past failure, so a bit of both.
Do you miss Ottawa?
No, I miss my family, not the city.
Little sea bums? Question
Little sea
mark?
bums, hopefully one day, if the world allows it, then I hope so.
Next year?
I need it. Wait till I'm retired. I'm not having kids till I'm retired from competing, that's for sure.
What's one place you want to go but haven't been?
Japan, or Thailand,
Why?
or Greece.
Why?
Or Italy. I don't know, I feel like it's just, I want to go somewhere where culture and like people are completely different. Especially like Japan, like Thailand, I know people like their views on the world and the way things operate, and they're like the way people, they don't complain, or their like responsibilities, and everything is just different from a cultural standpoint. So I'd be curious to go there and experience that.
Despite being Mr. Olympia, do you ever get feelings of body dysmorphia?
I've tried to answer this before. I think the answer is technically no, because when I look at myself as Mr. Olympia, I'm like, fuck, I'm skinny, or I'm out of shape, I'm fat, when I'm clearly not. But it's because I'm relating to Mr. Olympia. But when I relate to the average human, I'm very proud of how I look, so no. But I've never really cared about my appearance as much, so.
I don't know if you have a bucket list, but what's one thing you've completed on your bucket list so far?
Buying a 1978 Ford F-150. That's probably one of the few things I had on my bucket list from like a young age. When I started competing, obviously I wanted to win the Olympia, but like that was only because I started being good at competing. It wasn't like a lifelong bucket list thing. So I think that's pretty much it right now. There's like things on my forefront of my mind since I've been really young that I would like to do. I guess skydiving as well. I've done that.
That was on the bucket list that you have done?
Yeah.
If you had to change bodybuilding for any other profession, what would it be? Sport and non-sport.
Sport and non-sport. Sport, if I could just be at my level in anything, basketball. Absolute game over. I would love to be good at basketball. And another profession. Oh man, what's something where I don't have to like talk to a lot of people?
Fuck, accounting.
Accounting? I have no idea. I have literally no idea. I would rather be an entrepreneur of a small business because I like the community of building as a team of people and hanging out with them every day. All right, yeah, I'm going to the gym, so I gotta get changed, hit some chest. I'll see you guys at the gym. Calvin showed up late as always. Missed my top set of 150 dumbbells with the band. So chest strength is coming back even though I'm at like a half natty level right now. So life is good, but I'll have to do it again next week to prove it because Pixar didn't happen.
please tell us what you do to keep your digestion stable and healthy.
Holy shit, where does it begin? Drink lots of water, don't eat processed foods, take supplements like fiber if you need it, but not too much or it'll fuck you up even more. Honestly, the main secret is literally just eating foods that sit well with your stomach. If you eat something that makes you feel bloated, you don't digest it well, makes you feel like you're shitty afterwards, usually because your body doesn't digest it well. The more you eat that consistently every day, it'll bog you down more and more and more. And it's just gonna make you feel super shitty. It's worth your digestion, it's worth your nutrient absorption, it's worth your energy, it's worth your workouts, and it just fucks everything. So as much as you might like eating fucking fast food, the bulk, or even eggs in the morning, the eggs don't sit well with you, or if it's oats that fuck up your stomach, even if it's healthy shit. Just find stuff that you digest well, feel good after, make your stomach feel empty, and you'll be good to go. It also helps you keep your waist small over time. The more your waist is bloated and distended, the more it will stay like that. So keep a tight waist and keep good digestion.
When are you going to retire from bodybuilding?
It's an excellent question. The easier question to answer is how many more Olympia wins do you want? And the answer is the next one. And then I decide after that. But I have no future ahead of this year. I know I should probably have a 5-year plan, but I don't. Just focus on this year. And if it goes well, and I'm healthy, and I'm happy, and I love it, and I want to do it again, I will. But if I'm miserable, and I hate it, and I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this to myself? And I'm done, and I'm like, that wasn't worth it, I'll probably be over it. But you never know.
What does your training recovery process look like?
Rest and sleep and eat. I mean, there's no secret answer to this, but definitely just being conscious of not overtraining. I know that word's kind of bullshit, but it can be real. If you're training every day, you're probably gonna fry your PNS, you're probably not gonna sleep great, you're probably not gonna recover. So top of my priority list is getting rest days in consistently, like 2 a week. Equally tied atop the importance of sleep. I need to get 8 hours of sleep minimum. Sleep is fucking so crucial for growth as a bodybuilder, like more than you understand. Fuck your grinding till 2 a.m., go to bed, make some gains, it'll help. Next, obviously hitting your protein intake, minimum 1 pound per body weight. Fucking tale as old as age, but it's true. You just need God to get that in. If you're not cutting, obviously stay in a surplus will help you recover more. And then bonus things you can do, obviously stretching, super important. I would say more important than body work. Next would be body work, massage, all that kind of good shit, take care of your body. I like to do some stuff like cold tub and sauna. Not necessarily, I don't even do it to recover my muscles, but if I'm like getting onset DOMs for like 3 days later and getting the cold tub, it does help move, flush shit through my legs and recover a little quicker. But I mainly do it for inflammation and circulation purposes. So that kind of shit can help. Obviously most people don't have access to a sauna and cold tub, so the stuff I mentioned earlier is way more important anyways.
Is there anything you will change for this year's Mr. Olympia?
Everything. Be better. Everything but being better. No, for real, I'm just gonna apply what I fucked up last year because my body was a little different and be more adjustable this year within my prep. So I'm gonna try and, last year you guys saw my prep series, I buried myself in a hole. I was doing 2 hours of cardio, 1,500 calories, but my body was stressed, my mind was stressed, and I wasn't losing weight. So this year, I'm not letting my mind get there. I'm gonna be more relaxed. I'm gonna allow myself more time. So I guess strategically I'm gonna start prep a lot earlier so I'm ahead and I'm not having to drive myself into a hole like I did last year. And I'll just be a lot more, my body will be less stressed out and I'm sure I'll just look better, carb up better, feel better, all that shit. I don't know if that made any sense, but I'll start prep earlier. That's easier to understand.
How do you deal with mental burnouts? How do you know whether you're doing it right?
That's be a tough question in the middle of a workout. Jesus. Mental burnouts just come from giving yourself the balance at the very, very least amount that you need it. Like personally, I burn myself the fuck out every year until the Olympia, but I know that after that I can take like 2 months off, so that's kind of lucky for me. For the average person who doesn't have one day a year where they need to be 100% for and then crash right after, you kind of got to find, like, if your balance is you're working like fucking 80 hours a week, you better find at least 1 or 2 weekends where you just shut off, leave your phone behind. You'd be surprised what solitude can do to your mind to reset. Maybe it's because I'm introverted, but personally if I have some solitude and I sit alone and I'm just like at peace. This weekend we were laid by the pool, I read my book, and I just chilled Sunday, did absolutely nothing. I washed my car listening to like a podcast, and it was just like peaceful, you know, and I came back ready to go. Because I was just turned off from anything related to work, bodybuilding, anything. So finding kind of solitude away from your consistent daily work, even if you love it, separate yourself from it just a little bit. Because deprivation leads to more hard work. So try that out, I guess. It works for me, might work for you. Sorry, eh? What?
Show us your sneaker collection.
Show us my sneaker collection. Should that be the next video? If you actually care, I need 2 people to comment on this video saying they actually care to see my sneaker collection. In the next video, I'll show my sneaker collection. That's what I'm doing.
What is the best part about your life today?
That's a loaded question. I hate all these questions because what's your favorite, what's the best, what's this, and I don't have anything at the top of any of my list. But I mean, I definitely, probably the people that I'm surrounded by, I think. Because I was gonna say a few things and then that was like, duh. I feel like definitely the people I'm surrounded by. I have my sister and Ian are in town right now. I don't know how long they'll be here because they haven't moved here officially, so I'll probably leave. But Dom, Matt, own the business with. Matt got C1 Fitness. I got Calvin here. I've moved so many people. I moved my 2 closest friends here pretty much. Courtney's here with me. Obviously she comes everywhere with me, but it's just like our group of friends and community that I have where I can have the weekend with my family. I come into work and it's all my friends there. It's just grateful to be surrounded by some amazing people. So it sounds super cheesy, but like the whole idea of you never work if you love what you do, it's even more true that you love what you're doing when you're with people that you love. So
Speaking of Courtney, does prep ever interfere with your relationship with Courtney?
No, not really. No more than life does. I mean, no relationship's ever going to be perfect and easy and having no arguments and like blistering through it. Otherwise, you're probably really unaware of yourself and your partner and you're just kind of coasting through life. I mean, maybe you can be perfect, but I don't believe that. But prep doesn't make it worse, I don't think. Honestly, we've come closer together at the end of a lot of preps because I'm a little more routine, a little more conscious. Sometimes I retract from work and I'm more at home with her, so I think they help.
What was the biggest challenge in your life yet?
Biggest challenge in my life yet was probably my health scare in 2018 when I discovered that I had an autoimmune disease and I was in the hospital and I was faced with like a decision that like I could let that diagnosis consume me and I could become that diagnosis and be like fearful of my health and all that shit and just like live in that, be like, oh, quit everything now, be scared, worry about it, which you need to be safe, but you don't want to be scared of your health. But I made the decision that I wasn't going to let it control me, I was going to control it. I focused on my health, it changed my whole life into focusing on health, and I haven't gotten sick again since, and I've been living in a beautiful life. But that moment there was very difficult for me when I thought everything was going to end. I was going through a mentally tough time for quite a while, and I kind of came out a lot stronger on it at the other end, so grateful it happened, and grateful I didn't give up on myself.
The most impactful person who didn't know they were impacting you?
The most impactful person who didn't know they were impacting you? Normally people know though, don't they? Did my dad think he's impacting me? My dad's probably not really. My dad never tried to instill anything. He never told me, this is how you live, son. He just kind of showed me by who he was. So I think he obviously had the most impact on me as my father in a positive way because he's an awesome dude. So probably him, I would say, my father.
Non-athlete role models.
Non-athlete role models? Peter Crone. put a twist on that one for you guys, because I know most of you guys don't know who the fuck that is. But Peter Crone is an absolute G. So if you guys want to dive into some of the podcasts, please do. Very insightful about the mind, everything. So he's definitely had a large impact on me and my mindset. Oh, I have an answer for someone who's impacted me without thinking they were impacting me. Fucking David Lade. That motherfucker is deep. And he just enters my skull every time I see him. I won't see him, won't talk to me, won't reply to my text for 6 months, and all of a sudden he's like, yo, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, I'm gonna come by and crash at your house. And I'm like, okay. And then he stays for like 4 days and just stays there and have these deep conversations about the philosophies of life and self and ego and attachment and grasping and need and all this shit, and you're like, whoa. So he's one of them for sure too. Alright, so that's a wrap on this Q&A. I don't know, Calvin thinks it was really sporadic, but I think it was cool, just more entertaining that we're in different scenes. So if you guys like this style of Q&A, let me know. It's a lot easier for me than having to think what to say than just answering your questions. So if you like it, we'll do more of these. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. It was a great chest day. I'm gonna have to do those 150s again because Calvin came in late. So hopefully I can prove that to you guys next chest day. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe because you love me and I love you too. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.